Good morning and welcome to the GDFL Netball Show. And what a week it's been in netball. All sorts of weird and wonderful things happening around the league. Coaches resigning, clubs in turmoil. Boy, have we got a show for you today. Of course, joining me once again this Saturday morning is Felicity from the Winchelsea Netball Club. Flick, how are we this morning?
Morning, Brady. Good, thanks.
Good?
Yeah, I'm getting over my vertigo this time. Always symptoms.
You were suffering from vertigo early in the week. You just off balance there, or?
Yeah, it's been shocking. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. So,
really?
Yeah. But, it's good to be back, and we're here for another week, so hopefully not as cold as last weekend. So Exactly
right. It was a bit terrible last weekend.
Yeah, cold and wet.
Joining us on the show this morning is Justine Radford. Now, Justine, as most people know, was the coach of the Belmont Netball Club, and just recently, within the last week, Justine has decided to hang up the boots and not coach down at Belmont anymore. And we're going to throw across to Justine now and see how Justine's getting along. Justine, how are you this morning?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good. Been an interesting couple of weeks for yourself.
Definitely. It's been more than a few weeks, and it's been something that I've been thinking about for a while. Not an easy decision on my behalf, but something I feel that I needed to do not only for myself but for the club in the long run, and so that's what I've gone with.
Okay. So you were a first-year coach down in Belmont this year, and I spoke to you right at the start of the season. You had a great turnout pre-season, got your teams organised for the start of the season, and then we've gone into round 10 and all of a sudden things have sort of unravelled. So I'm assuming it's been something that's been occurring over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, like I said, it may have come as a shock to a lot of people, and that's fair enough, but it's not something that happened overnight. It has happened over the course of a few months, and you're spot on. Pre-season was fantastic. We had a huge number down there, and I'm not taking anything away from that. Just over the last couple of months, I've organised a few meetings to speak to the people that need to be spoken to, just to try and sort through a few issues, and unfortunately differences have occurred, and that's all that can be said, really.
Now, of course, last year you were at Bellpost Hill.
Yes.
You've left Bellpost Hill.
I have.
Your sister went with you. Your best friend went with you, and went over to Belmont as well. Are they still at Belmont, or they've also left?
My friend is still at Belmont. She's still coaching the D grade side, and I don't have a problem with her still being there. That's her decision.
That's Amanda, was it?
Amanda Borgia, yes.
Okay, Amanda Borgia.
My sisters, on the other hand, have decided to leave just in support of me. I never asked them to leave. In fact, I asked Nicole to stay. I gave her my blessing, I guess you could say. I wouldn't have had a problem if she decided to do that. But both of my sisters and a few other girls are aware of the problems that have gone on down at Belmont, and in support of me, they decided to leave as well.
That's a big move also by Nicole, one of your sisters, who was also coaching the B grade side down there and playing A grade.
Yeah.
So it's probably not a decision that's been taken lightly, I assume.
Oh, definitely not. Nicole, unfortunately, she's been quite sick over the last few months. She's had pneumonia and she broke her toe, so she was out playing for the season anyway. She wasn't able to come back and help out in the A grade squad. For the B grade side, she loved coaching B grade, and I'm sure the B grade girls loved having her. But as I said, the issues that occurred, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is.
So I'm assuming you're very disappointed with what's occurred down there, and I suppose, without going into the bits and pieces of what was going on down there, I suppose lack of support down there also was one of the main reasons for you departing Belmont?
Oh, definitely. I'm not going to take anything away from majority of the girls down there. I appreciate a lot of the support I got from them. In particular, I received overwhelming support from parents, especially down in my under-13s.
You were coaching under-13s as well, weren't you?
That was a voluntary thing, yes.
Okay, so you did A grade, helped out with B grade with your sister.
Yeah.
And also did the under-13s.
I
C grade,
trained,
D grade, or?
Yeah, I trained all of the seniors. So
right.
Thursday nights was training. Mondays was originally games. However, something happened there, so we were no longer doing that. 13s I'd go down and coach as well, and then on game day the other girls took over for the coaching. I did do the under-13s and A grade on game day though. Yeah.
Okay. I suppose life as a senior coach is never easy. Pretty much if you are the senior coach, pretty much, you're there running things, and hopefully, people take your lead, and pretty much you're the boss down there, and it doesn't matter where you are, and because you've been appointed senior coach, people have to listen to you and take direction. A bit like the senior football teams, the senior footy coaches, they're in the same boat as well. They've got a lot of responsibility, and if you haven't got that support around you, then it makes life quite unbearable and very hard to do your job.
Oh, definitely. I'm extremely disappointed that I'm no longer down there. But as you said, as a senior coach, you expect that you are the person that people come to, the person that people listen to, and that's not the case down at Belmont. That didn't happen, and I tried over a number of weeks to try and change that. Being a playing coach was especially hard. I think you guys touched on that last week with Werribee, which I thought was a great interview. She hit the nail on the head when she spoke about that. It makes it very difficult when you don't have someone to back you up, and that's basically...
And it is a very stressful job, as you know, Birdie, as well. And being your first year, it's going to be hard anyway, especially A grade in a side that's looking like they should have been making finals, and have been very strong in the past. Had a great first start of the season. The pressure on any coach when it gets to that sort of quarter of the season to keep performing and keep everyone enthused and training really well and playing like you want to play and listen to you. Like it's hard. I'm only in the under 17s and it's bloody hard at that age. So, at any age and for girls that already probably are stuck in their way so much, especially in A grade, it would be very, very hard. So you've done a good job in getting them as far as you have, definitely.
Thank you.
Do you think, Justine, that your age had something to do with it? Like, you're only young yourself. Do you think that you're coaching girls the same age as you, or even maybe older than you, and it was a bit hard to get a little bit of respect out of them?
I guess that's something you'd have to ask the girls themselves. I'm not quite sure of where that all went wrong. At the beginning of the season and during pre-season especially, I felt that respect was there. It just seemed to drop off for not the whole of the club, not the majority of the club, just the 2 or 3 people that seem to have a big influence on the club. And when you have that big influence affecting that sort of thing, it just seems to go downhill. And I do agree the girls have potential, and we did definitely have the players to get to finals. It just didn't seem to happen. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Justine Mafford there, just expressing her, disappointment at what happened down at Beaumont, and hopefully things will go a little bit better for her in the future. We'll just go to a quick ad break, and we'll be back in just a moment.